I'd originally had around about probably half of the 33K Q&A done before my laptop's hard disk drive failed, so this is technically a remake of that 33K Q&A. And due to the hard drive crash, this Q&A ended up being monstrously late. I have 34,000 subscribers now, so this Q&A will be made up of two parts. The first half will be this Q&A, and the second half will be the 34K Q&A. If I somehow manage to retrieve the original 33K Q&A Movie Maker file from the old drive, I'll save it as a video file and put it in the description as a Google Drive file. Okay, time for the Q&A.
Hold on.
I recently got an update from the data recovery service. So far they've been able to recover about 43% of the data from the drive. Well, that doesn't sound like a lot, but if you consider the fact that this drive was full when it went in, it's a 2-platter drive, the stuff they recovered was from the bottom platter, and all the stuff I made for YouTube only takes up about a quarter or less of the 500 gigabyte drive, that means there is a little bit of a chance that it will be recovered. Of course, that means that there's also a chance that it wasn't. So let's keep our hopes down, but our fingers crossed.
But tell them about the new Melodics card?
Oh yeah. As you may know, I now have a Wild Rose Melodics card,
Oh,
and
the other one.
I just recently got an MCT03 Home Road Melodics card, and that'll replace the July chime, which was originally the Ringsland Chime Station Moon River. So now there's only 3 Ringsland chimes left for this year. These are for August, September, and October. This is of course not set in stone, because if I get another Melodics card before those 3 months, it will replace one of these chimes. Okay, now let's get into the Q&A. FurbyNerd7 commented, I have a lot of stuff, and fortunately I have enough materials to create a mini UWO 612. Should I try it? Sure. I can't stop you. One Train Up commented, what inspired you to make TSM? It was a little thing called Random Siren Insanity. Several years back there were several siren enthusiasts doing stuff similar to what Tornado Siren Madness is now, although of course TSM is a bit more story driven nowadays than Random Siren Insanity. You'll see what I mean here shortly. Of course, if you watch the much older episodes of Tornado Siren Madness, like the very first few episodes of TSM, they'll be pretty similar to what you're about to see here with Random Siren Insanity. And that video quality is absolutely horrible. I need to adjust that. If I can. Come on, this is Windows 10! And it's plagued with the same problems that Windows 7 had! Everything's all slow and laggy. Ugh. And I'm getting a lot of the same glitches I got when I had Windows 7. Alright, now let's play it. Oh, they blink. That's obviously more detailed than my animations. Anyway, that's one of the Random Siren Insanities, I think, that inspired the Wayland episode of TSM, where I used that same sound effect. As well as I think it also inspired the first episode of TSM ever made, The Replacement, where a very similar thing happens. Let's check out another one here. You look at this. Is it? Jeez, 10 months ago. Jeez, I'm way overdue for new Random Siren shorts, so maybe I'll put that in the queue at some point. Anyways, it seems like the Random Siren Insanity series has been sort of overrun and replaced by Tornado Siren Madness and the Random Siren shorts. So it's a little hard to find some of the original Random Siren Insanities nowadays. One of my favorite ones was just simply titled Random Siren Shorts. Not The Random Siren Shorts, just Random Siren Shorts. And it had a similar Microsoft Movie Maker paint animation style. But unfortunately I can't seem to find that one anymore. So I'm not sure what happened to it. You see this, there used to be so many Random Siren Insanities, but they seem to have been like the original Random Siren Insanities, the pre-TSM Random Siren Insanities are so hard to find nowadays. Oh, well, I'm talking about like the paint animation ones. Here's one where they just used pictures like I do with the Random Siren shorts. Oh, there is some paint animation here.
Thunderbolts, siren. Thunderbolts, siren. Thunderbolts, siren.
So yeah, this is one of the originals. And the quality went down.
siren.
You stop whipping the dang Thunderbolt. Or you're whipping the Wailing. If you're whipping the Wailing, that's fine. He deserves it. But anyways, yeah. Now you can kind of see where Tornado Siren Menace came from. Also, why did you get interested in the Yamaha music siren? Because it was one of those videos that was just randomly recommended to me by YouTube. And then when I saw it, I was like, this thing's awesome. And then I got interested in it. Fedelcode the Model 20 siren commented, why did poor fedelcode have only one tiny part in the music siren movie? Because I didn't really think that fedelcode would even really fit in the movie as anything other than a side character. Because the main story was supposed to just be Yamaha, Basai Musen, the Dokis, NEC, all be the main cast. All those other sirens that were running after the sea and hear Yamaha perform Home Sweet Home were supposed to just be kind of side characters, and fedelcode just happened to be one of them. 2. What do you think of my script, fedelcode's playdate? You might want to check the video queue. Trains and more random stuff commented, when is Random Siren Shorts coming back? Well, after I saw how long it's been since I posted a Random Siren Shorts, it'll probably be in the queue at some point. JJP Gotcha commented, hi BSP, I was wondering how you made those 3D models. I'm trying to use Blender, but it's too hard, and I was just wondering if there are going to be more TSM figurines in the store, such as the Triblaster figurine. Christina Monte commented, 33K, make your mini Basai Musen play Yamaha music siren music. That's cheating. Japan has already kind of faked the Yamaha music siren behind the Uwajima Castle, I think. There's a Gen 2 music siren, but also right next to it, there's a big set of speakers that, instead of the music siren playing music, that set of speakers just plays recordings of that music siren. That's actually what I was referencing in the Random Siren Short 17. That exact set of speakers was playing music from the music siren, and then the music siren said, that siren's an imposter, I'm the real music siren. Goken the Husky commented, which videos do you check for the questions used in your Q&A? I checked the comments in the latest Q&A up to the latest video. Could you also show the Yamaha siren all-length science synth like it did with Home Sweet Home on your 32K Q&A? Well, I wish I could, but that's only on that hard drive and still trying to get the data off of. If the data recovery is successful enough that I can actually recover the synth I made of the Yamaha Music Siren Old Length Sign, I'll put a Google Drive link to it in the description of this Q&A. Blocky.yt commented, for 33K subs, your back shelf is warping downwards. Yeah, that's been a problem for a while. I was going to fix that before my hard drive crashed, but then my hard drive crashed. So I didn't really get around to fixing that. I was going to replace it with a 2x4 at some point so it'd be a bit more stable, but for now this is just kind of how it is. Lightning Thomas Animations commented, how did you make the burping sound from TSM? Well, some of those burps are genuine burps from yours truly. Other burps in the TSM series are from the internet, just sound effects. Jerson TV commented, can you do a preview of the Ringsland Chime Station Home Sweet Home? I can just show the whole chime now that it's been replaced by, in fact already done by the Toa Melodics. 2, can you do the script for Toilets? I want to see the full movie. No, that was just supposed to be the movie within the episode Blast at the Theater, because there's no script for Toilets. What kind of instrument is a Rinksland chime station? P.S. I like that face at the end of the 32,000 subscriber Q&A. The Rinksland chime station is supposed to just be a parody of the Toa Melodics ML1000, and so is the Rinksland medley. That's also a parody of the ML1000. But unfortunately, all my chime station chimes, except for the ones I have on the PBM10 right now, are only on that hard drive. So if that hard drive's data can't be recovered to the point of being able to get those chime station chimes back, the Rinksland chime station is pretty much dead. But the Rinksland medley, KTK5S, and SC1 will all survive because I have all their chimes backed up on a flash drive. Why do you still use your plain old TSM intro from 2016? Why does any show use its same intro from when it first started? What's the point of changing it? PPS, what about the Coronafied episode? That script is only on that hard drive. If that script can't be recovered from that hard drive, the Coronafied movie will be cancelled because I have no idea. I'm not going to be able to remember exactly what I wrote for that. So let's just really hope that that script has been recovered from the drive. You did a rickroll on your May Beside Me Sen. Why? That was supposed to be sort of like a late April Fool's Day prank on the neighbors for the May Beside Me Sen chime back in 2020. Because that was April's chime. Plus I thought it'd be kind of funny. What Melodics card are you planning on getting next? I can't really plan when it comes to getting specific Melodics cards because the way it works is just random ones will show up sometimes, and if I can afford it, then I'll buy it. Like, I would like to be able to get an Old Lang Syne Melodics card, but that card is very hard to come by, so therefore I have to sometimes settle for other cards. NeoPrasad1905 commented, at the end of the 20,000 subscriber Q&A, how'd you make that screen effect, even in the TSM episode, which caused a lot of drama? Now you're talking about TSM depression repression. All those glitchy effects, or some of them actual glitches, because sometimes when I start up my webcam, it starts up with a glitchy screen, and I'll take a screenshot of that glitchy screen before the camera actually comes on, and then copy paste it into MS Paint and edit it so that way it's just the glitch part. And sometimes the glitches are just glitches or whatever I drew in Microsoft Paint, where I just drew some random stuff in MS Paint and made it look glitchy. In the Music Siren Conundrum, how'd you make that part about the cooling fan being busted up after Beside Me Sen, Yuri, and Sayori threw NEC into the cooling fan? The clunking sounds that you heard when NEC landed in the cooling fan was actually real sounds coming from my laptop's cooling fan when it was broken. The fan, I think, kind of went a little off balance and started rattling around, so I got my phone and recorded some of the sounds it was making, and then fixed the fan, and then used that sound for when NEC got busted up in the cooling fan. What's the current process for the mini Yamaha Music Siren after you just 3D printed figurines of the Yamaha Beside Me Sen? Well, after figuring out the motor that I'm using probably won't be strong enough to spin all 24 of those choppers, it's been pretty much either put on hold or cancelled, at least for now. Also, what happened to the remaining 16 solenoids needed for the mini Music Siren? That's another reason the mini Music Siren has sort of been cancelled, because a solenoid that I need hasn't been found in a long time. Can you make die-cut stickers of Tempest Cola, Thundercola, M10 Do, etc.? Ryan Simantes commented, can you play the TSM song on the Melodics? No, the Melodics has its own cards that Toa made. Back in the old days when the ML304B was still in production, you could get like custom cards made by Toa, but the only custom cards I've seen are ones that play Nanatsuko, Red Dragonfly, and some other songs that weren't in the standard issue set of Melodics cards. Although I also have seen some videos of some nerds that have been able to program their own Melodics cards that can even be read by the ML304B, and they make their own custom songs. Like there's this one video of an ML304B playing The Entertainer by Scott Joplin. In fact, I'll link that in the description. But I don't have the skills to be able to program my own Melodics card, so I'm just sticking with the standard issue cards for now. The closest I can get to making the Melodics play custom songs is making synths of the songs, like I did with Daisy Bell and Your Reality. Those didn't come from the actual Melodics, those came from synths that I made using Mixcraft and Retro Music Editor. XX Deadshot XX on Xbox commented, can you make a Mini 3T22? Well, someone's already made a Mini 3T22. I'll link that in the description as well. Do you know the book Animal Farm? I've seen the movie, because movies are no doubt better than books, because you can literally see the action. JGP Gotcha commented, will there be any chance there will be a prototype Triblaster and Triblaster V2? Probably not, because of how complicated those sirens would be if I made them in real life. Like, I tried to 3D model a triblaster once, but immediately gave up partway through. Ghosty Pants commented, "Sup BSP, I hope this ain't gonna miss for the next Q&A. Before I miss out the comment section with a comment alone with the links, I decided to shorten the list and include the other two messages in a separate comment. I'm aware and also apologize since I involved the same questions before. I certainly am impatient to know it. This isn't exactly a direct question, but I still think it'd be important to say, should someone happen to involve my characters in a script, let me know about that. It'd be important to show me the lines so I can bring up voice acting. Currently, I work on a few other scripts, including Part 2 of All Signs Counted in TSM, and some sprites for further characters, including my ghost and human Sona. However, keep in mind that my content is aimed more and more mature themes such as drugs, sexual innuendos, etc. If you're looking for more sweet and bright themes, there's other people that have their nails dug in for those. I am not a kid-friendly creator. And speaking of characters and voice acting, what would you think of including voice acting into your series besides your sprite Sona? Well, so far, all the TSM characters already have voices, except for Tazio, I guess. You can keep voicing Tazio, so if there's a script that involves Tazio, you should definitely keep voice acting her, because there's no plans to put a text-to-speech voice for Tazio. I tested my voice range, and the result came with this random compilation, as well as with 1003 LEL. Guess for some reason, she is one of my favorite characters, as well as P50, since I'm more of a villain, rebel person LEL. Anyways, before I just beat around the bush, here's some Screech material. Alright, here's the first video. There we go.
We'd like to have some boxes of nachos with cheese and the tempest cola. I'm gonna marry Thunder Baby. Oh no, not again. Oh my god. Did I just kiss a siren that I don't even know? Okay, that should last. Let's go now. Anyone want to play along some volleyball? I have a ball with me. Oh, I'm glad you could make it. I couldn't help but stay excited when I prepared everything. Come in. There you are, mushroom lady. You forgot your tea. I feel like there's more than just unnecessary lady toddling. Whatever it is, you cannot sweep her out of carpet for the rest of your life. I promise. I won't talk to anyone about that, but please, let it out. Get over here, Thunder Baby. I want you inside me.
That's from the end of Get Over Here,
Thunder Baby.
The Tornado Siren
That's
episode.
my Thunder Baby.
That's from the end of the TSM
My
episode,
head hurts
Depression.
really bad. Oh my god. Will I be fine? Will I recover? Ow! 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 Ah! Oh no! Here comes trouble. Wait a few minutes. Why do you wear gloves?
Okay, now it's back to the comic series.
Looks like there's my Thunder Baby having a chit-chatter with Rippy. Ow! Can you stop pulling my solenoids? Not this time, Thunderbolt. This is serious. Oh well. Better luck next time, I guess. I bet those solenoids are not even real. I guess I'm an ear lady if that's funnier for you. Not too bad, I guess. Hey, it's okay, Tazio. I'll keep my promise.
Alright, now let's check out the next video.
I'm gonna fucking hit my lungs. Oh my god. Perpendicular depths!
That's from, we got the quality here. Pause! That first line was from Varg Skeletor. Pause! Pause! That first line that she said was from Varg Skeletor Joel, the Windows XP destruction video, where his friend would go down to all the computers in the hallway of his school and open up MS Paint and draw dicks all over the screen with a little smiley face next to it. And then their teacher would come out and say, "Who's been drawing dicks?"
God damn it!
Floating spermy ghost. Oh, I think you're talking. As far as I know, those things are called boo. But here, hang on a second.
I think doing fake head server right here.
Was. I'll look it up on Google Images if I can. I mean, this thing's really slow. And it's basically the equivalent of a new laptop. It has Windows 10, a brand new SSD, and 8 gigabytes of memory now instead of the 4 that it had before. Oh yeah, there you go. So the sperm ghosts are called Boo.
You want to compare something to me? Huh? You're not even good enough to be that thing. Let's do this.
Or Jig.
Perfect. I'll show you my power. Let's see how tough you are. That boy hedgehog again will place it.
Oh, not bad.
Some of these I don't really recognize, but
Oh,
others I
yay.
do.
Haha! Yay! Woohoo! No!
Oh no. Oh no.
That's from one of her song videos with the sheep floating around with the surprise Patrick face on it. This is from a viral internet video of a cat making basically the same sound.
Bird, bird, bird.
Oh! She is? These little moments gonna make that possible.
Whoa, that's spot on right there. That was darn near perfect.
Pikachu!
Yes, a lot of these that I can recognize are actually pretty good. Obviously the ones I can't recognize aren't, yeah. I don't really know about them. I got distracted there. Obviously the ones that I can't recognize, I don't know how good they are, but I'm assuming they're pretty good. You only died once? Jeez.
Brother, help me.
So tell me, how did you end up here without an airplane or a train? You don't
Midget
look like you had a
mushroom
long
bitch
travel
with beanie. I think
behind.
we're talking about Tazio,
You
obviously.
ain't messing with any kind
Here.
of mushroom.
Say you stupid
See my
freak!
cursor. I'm not sure if I turned on the option that allows me to show my mouse pointer.
Oh, I had 3 kids and no money. Why can't I have no kids and 3 money?
It does sound something like you say. It does sound like something he would say. I keep getting distracted.
Please give me huggy wuggies. Oh well. Pounces on you. Rawr.
Thought
It's
that was
free.
Bart
What's
for a
this?
second, but
Oh well. No Thunderbolts. Let's have a little look-see here.
guess you're mimicking this. Well, that kind of reminds me of my Screecher siren. Sorry for the cut right there. I'm using Microsoft Encoder screen capture for this. It stops after 10 minutes automatically, so I have to split those 2 videos in half. But I got it working again now, so let's continue. Open Broadcaster software doesn't really work too well for me sometimes.
Oh no! Oh, oh yay! Peach! Ah!
Well, Luigi, number 1. I've always been number 1. Well, no, no, no. Well. Ta-da!
South Park, I know that. That's from the retarded kid from South Park in the wheelchair, Timmy. Of course, you were talking about Sans.
Not all winds blow in your direction, but they can still help you. Oh, I'm not only having fun with
There's
you,
no terror in
I'm
the tornado.
making
That's one of her
fun
drawings.
of you. Aw, sucks to be you. But there's always a way to blow up your little bahoos. Just take a sweet breather. Oops. I swear I didn't do it. I mean, what do you expect from me? I'm a tornado. Well, is it supposed to be my fault? Not really. Ha! I'm making fun of you right now because I can. But Ghosty, you want to see the longest of my finger? There you go. You're welcome.
That's a reference to one of her drawings where that she literally said that, you want to see my longest fingers? Here you go. That's what it looks like.
With Flame Fox Terra.
Right now the noises, I'm not going to be able to recognize any of that. Oh, come on. The video quality gonna go down. This is Windows 10. And it's still lagging and glitching. Experiencing interruptions? Yeah, but I don't care about finding out why right now. See if I can recognize any of this stuff here. There's Waluigi, there's Tazio, Toad, I think, Bart, Homer, Erd, Pikachu, Shadow, Sans, Yoshi, Bowser, I think, Terra the Tornado, a table saw. There's some covering that one. Chops here being kicked in the nutsack. Shy Guy, Bonzi Buddy. I already pointed out Bart, I think. Bart Simpson and I think that's Peach down there. There's this thing covering it, so. And I'm assuming the one next to her over here is Daisy. Or wait, no, that's not Daisy. I don't know who that is. I'm assuming this is supposed to be the old Long Johnson cat.
Oh no, I cannot even do it anymore.
And thank you for watching. Hey, I was reading that. Thank you for watching the death of my voice bands, and see you on whatever my next trash I post. I'll maybe work on a second voice impression and kill him off to mute. Yeah, that was pretty good voice impressions. The ones I could recognize, obviously I was more impressed by those, but the ones I couldn't recognize. MS9 Studios commented, I think you should test your MBJ on siren test days also. I've done that already. I did that on the last siren test of 2020. I've also done several indoor tests. Dink and Dane commented, 32K question, can you adjust the rotation speed on your mini Thunderbolts? No, I can't. It's a fixed rotation speed, unlike a real Thunderbolt, which has 2, 4, and 8 RPM settings. And that's actually in the rotator box, where you just move the belts over to a different pulley on both the motor and the gearbox to change the speed. My mini Thunderbolt doesn't have that, and the voltage regulator that's in the control unit that controls the rotator is a fixed voltage. It doesn't have the ability to be pulled out and replaced with another one with a different voltage, like with the chopper, where I can just change the speed of the chopper with different voltages by changing out the voltage regulator. I can't do that with the rotator. And he also asks, what causes you to be singularitized? Well, for one thing, if you're married or in a relationship, you're going to be spending a lot of money on your significant other, and basically you'll be spending it's basically, since there's two people living together, you're spending twice as much money as if you were single. And for someone who wants to save up for Melodics cards, it's basically going to be impossible to get any if I start a relationship with someone. Well, that, and of course, it's not just the money. There's, if you're not single, then there's probably going to be privacy issues too. And also, the blockhead videos I made basically explain the whole thing. Just search up blockhead benefits of singularity, and you'll see the benefits of singularity that you don't get from a romantic involvement with anyone. The Big Train guy commented, "How do I find Shards of Glass?" Shards of Glass is just the band that made Trapped in a Cage of Love. All it is just me and my computer, but I can't really make any Shards of Glass songs right now because I don't have any access to Mixcraft, as that's only on that hard drive and didn't come with Windows 10. Shards of Glass isn't really a real band. Their only song is Trapped in a Cage of Love at the moment. If I ever fix Mixcraft issues or whatever, or reinstall Mixcraft, then maybe I'll start doing Shards of Glass again. That's very unlikely, but it's also very unlikely, if not impossible, because my singing voice has basically deteriorated over the years. From when I did Cage of Love, my singing voice was a little better, but I still had to do a lot of editing and auto-tuning or whatever just to get it to sound right. Even some manual tuning as well, just to get it to sound right. And I can't really do that with my current singing voice. Did you see the fedelcode's playdate script by fedelcode, the Model 20 siren? Yes, I did. Anyways, that's all the questions and answers I have for this Q&A, but due to this Q&A being ridiculously late, the 34K Q&A is going to be coming out tomorrow, because I made the 34K Q&A right after I finished making the 33K Q&A, and didn't post this Q&A until I was done making the 34K Q&A. So therefore the 34K Q&A can come out tomorrow.